To do this, we're going to follow this up here, leave the antecedent unchanged. So there is a hurricane. We're going to wipe out then, and in its place put and. And here's what we have to be careful of. We need to negate all banks are closed. Remember, to negate an all statement, it's not as simple as just sticking a not in there. To negate an all statement, you need to remember this. The negation of all are is some are not. So this said all banks are closed. To negate this, we need to go to some banks are not closed. So putting this all together, we're looking at there is a hurricane and some banks are not closed. There is a hurricane or no. There is a hurricane and some banks are not closed. There we go. And just to check this out, we couldn't have if then, and this says there is not a hurricane. So we have chosen the correct one. So that was just a little bit trickier because of the all. Same thing here, we want to do the negation of this statement right here. So I will put brackets around this and put the negation in front of here. Now this is something where I'm going to use DeMorgan's law, but I just have to maybe do some circling here. This is my first thing, and this whole thing is the second. So it's almost like not of A and B. If I want to do the negation of not A and B, it'll become not A or not B. So just keep that in mind. So I need to negate this that has already got a not in it. So it's going to become just plain old P, or the negation of what's in the parentheses. I'm going to leave that alone for right now. That is kind of like what I'm calling B. So negating this. So P or, to negate this is De Morgan law. So the negation of Q becomes Q, and this flops to and, not R. So the negation of not P and the quantity not Q or R is this, P or Q and not R. That's what you would enter in that box. Use De Morgan's laws to write a statement that is equivalent to the following statement. Now, De Morgan's laws has got a negation in front of parentheses. I don't have negation in front of parentheses right now. So what I have to do is create my own negation by writing the equivalent statement of the contrapositive. The contrapositive, remember, is to swap and negate. So this becomes the negation of R or Q, conditional P. Remember, to do the contrapositive, we switch and we negate. So that's exactly what I did right there. Now I can use De Morgan's law in terms of the negation in front of this parenthesis becomes not R and not Q, and then P. So let's see if we've got that here. We've got not R and not Q, but we've got not P there. That's no good. Not R or, no good. Not R and not Q to P. And that's what we have right there. This one, we're going to have to take this information and think of it as these three simple statements. P is you attend movie night, Q is you watch The Ring, and R is you feel scared. So the first thing I need to do with this is write this symbolically. If, then, means we're dealing with the conditional. If you attend movie night and watch The Ring, so that's these two together in the parentheses with and. This is watching movie, this is attending movie night and watching The Ring, and the conclusion on this is you feel scared. So there you go, symbolically. We want to now use De Morgan's laws to write the statement that's equivalent. Same thing as we had on the last one. De Morgan's law is going to have a negation in front of parentheses. I don't have negation in front of parentheses, and I can't just suddenly throw my own in there. So the only way to get a negation into this statement is to write it in the contrapositive. So the contrapositive will pull R to the front with a negation, pull this to the back with a negation. Then I can distribute that negative using De Morgan's laws. So we're looking at not P or not Q. So in words, this not R is if you do not feel scared. If you do not feel scared, which is all of those, so it can't be this one. If you do not feel scared, then you didn't attend movie night, or you didn't watch The Ring. Because of these parentheses, we know we're going to need a statement that's got the comma, but the comma has to occur after the not are. So you didn't feel scared, or you do not feel scared, comma, you do not feel scared, comma. It's going to have to be one of these two things. Then you did not attend movie night, or you did not watch The Ring. We're talking about an or. That's it right here. This is similar, but it says and did not watch The Ring. So we're looking at this right here.